Yo, my name is Jermaine. I'm 23 years old and I ran away from home to live in Tokyo. Here's how I did it. Quick backstory on me: I'm a freelance artist, once living in Australia, and I decided to just leave home and go to Tokyo. This is my third time being here now. Once when I was younger, the second time with some friends, and each time I was here, it was just the vibes, the atmosphere, the culture. Everything really spoke to me, made it feel like home. If you ever feel that way, or you just want to live in Japan for an extended period of time, this is a visa for you. The current visa I'm on is called a work holiday visa. You need to be in one of these countries to get one. The reason you choose this visa over any other visa, like a visitor's visa for example, is because it allows you to stay for a really long period of time, basically letting you to fuck around and find out. Because both times I went here, I couldn't do everything I wanted to do. I always felt unsatisfied at the end. But with this visa, you won't have the pressure of the time crunch in your head the whole time. There are limits to it, however, but I'll get to that. First, I'll tell you how to get one. I'll walk you through it, so don't stress, because it stressed me the fuck out when I went through it. Step 1, you need to go to Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs website. I'll put it in the description. Quick side note, some of these countries have limited visa slots that are given out every year, so just be aware of that. Find your country. I applied from Australia, so I chose Australia. The application itself is pretty self-explanatory for the most part. In purpose of visit of Japan, I wrote work holiday visa, and intended time of stay, I wrote my country's initial amount, which is 6 months. In the dates of arrival section, it helps a ton if you've already pre-purchased your tickets before applying. Some of the applications ask you for your date of entry and departure. However, mine only needed the entry date. So you need to plan this move in advance. For me, I planned my move for 6 months. I think it's a good thing to plan that far ahead, because it allows you to still work up and save up as much money before moving. So think of it that way. Name of addresses which the applicant wishes to stay in Japan. If you have a person on the inside that could smuggle you in, that's perfect. Easy. Could be a friend, family member, or a host family. But if you're a fucking loner like me, I had to get myself a share house with paper-thin walls and barely enough space to contain this 5'6" monster that I am. I found mine online. It's called Sakura Share House, which I'll leave in the description. I booked my accommodation around the same time as my tickets. For guarantor or reference in Japan, this can be left blank. Next would be your resume. I gave them my whole professional resume. If you're stupid like me, please use a fucking template. Make it look as best as you can. Appearance is everything, so maybe leave all those sussy things out. You know? Your proposed schedule has a template you can follow. I'm dumb, so I just filled that in. Made my application look less messy, you know? Gotta keep up appearances. Statement of purpose. Separate from your schedule, it's about you and what you want to do when you visit Japan. At least one page, A4 in length. I put my heart and soul into this fucking page. Enough to make Shakespeare cry. You gotta convince them to let you in. Fun fact, I wrote about Tokyo Drift in my essay. No, that's not a joke. Next is proof of funds. You can send them your bank statements. Mine usually sends mine every month or so through my email, but I was missing the most recent months for whatever reason, so I emailed them and then they sent me a copy of my bank statements, which I printed out and attached to my application. Now that you have everything sorted, all your files ready, head to the Japanese embassy with all your documents, put them in a file, make sure you don't crinkle them up. These files need to look as sharp as you. It doesn't really say this, but I'm sure it helps. It's like a job interview, right? Just keep note that some embassies require you to call ahead and book a time. Mine did, but I know some just allow you to walk in. The limits of this visa is that it's not a pure working visa. Is that if your primary reason is to come here and work, you should just apply for that. However, it does allow you to enter the country and look for a job still. So if you find a company that is willing to sponsor you, you can transfer to a work holiday visa through them. The other limit is that it stops you from applying to jobs that affect public morals, like a host club or like a cabaret, anything like that. If you want to follow another gaijin living in Japan, hit that subscribe button. Also, this is like the third time I have recorded this. Once I fucked up my audio. The second time I didn't hit record. That's me checking if I was recording or not. Also, I don't fully speak nor understand Japanese. Please send help.